The following question is PQR congruent to QSR, so let's find out, okay? First thing you can do is you can add, all three angles have to add up to 180 when they're added together. So what this will do is we'll put this one at 50 degrees and put this one here at 60 degrees, because both triangles have to add up to 180. Once you're done that, what you can do next is you can look at ASA. You have your side here, so there's your angle. There's your side, and there's your other angle. And then on this one, we have angle, side, angle again. Okay? Now, what we can do here is, we can say that, it's just PR, is it? That I covered here. Just P, R, and what's this one? S. Okay? Okay? So what we're going to get here, guys, is this, okay? We're going to get angle, sorry, one second. Length of PR equals what? Length of SR. Okay? Angle QPR, which is 70. QPR does not equals angle QRS, so it does equal QRS. Equals angle QRS. So that's your A, that's your S. We need another A to make this work. But unfortunately, the angle QRP does not equal RSQ. So ASA is not possible. Not possible. The triangles are not congruent. They're not exactly the same. Who got that? Well done. Okay. Alright guys, next question. Can I move on? Yes. Okay, number 7 in, okay? When you look at number 7 in, what's this down here? Is that 4 meters? Okay, two congruent triangular trusses are needed for the roof of an extension on a house. The diagram shows the two triangles. Are they congruent? Justify your answer. Okay. 60 plus 40 is 100. 100 plus this is 180. Okay. Now that it's done here, okay, what's going to happen is we're going to say we can label them A, B, C, and label this one D, E, F. And then to prove they're congruent, we have to do the following, right? We have to say that AB equals EF. And then what we're saying next is that angle ABC equals the angle DEF. And then finally, we're going to say that BC equals DE. And there we have it, SAS. The triangles are congruent. Now, a lot of marks goes for the combination SAS. And the word congruent. That's where all your marks are pretty much going. Say congruent, mention SAS, and write down which sides and angles you're talking about. Okay? Can I move on? Now, we're talking about this side, this angle here. And we're talking about this one here. That's the sides I use to prove it. Okay? And the angle. Next one, which is number 19. Or 18, sorry. 18. The diagram shows the rectangular frame ABCD of a door with a diagonal brace DB. Prove that ABD is parallel to DCB. Okay. ABD is a right angle triangle because it's a rectangle. DCB is a right angle triangle because it's, once again, rectangle, okay? Now here's how we go about this. We're going to use RHS, which stands for right angle. The second one stands for hypotenuse, and the other one stands for any side. Okay, that's not the hypotenuse. So let's try this out, okay? Starting off, we're going to say that the angle DAB is equal to the angle DCB. The reason is right angles. That's our R is done. The next one is hypotenuse. Which one is the hypotenuse of both triangles? DB. So what we can write is DB equals DB, and the reason why they're equal is they're a common side. This line is in both triangles, and in both triangles is the hypotenuse. Okay, and that's the hypotenuse done. So that's R, that's H done. Now I'm on S, and finally S. I can say that. Why can I say DC equals AB, or AB equals DC?
It's a rectangle.
Opposite sides of a rectangle. The reason being is they're opposite sides of a rectangle. A rectangle. Okay, then you write down RHS, triangle ABD, and DCB are congruent. Okay, guys. Kim? Yes. Okay. Alright, guys. So that's that part here, okay? So we're going to move on. This one here, okay? What we can say is that this line here, PS, it's the same thing as this line here, SR. Okay, same thing as SR. Then what we can do next is we can say that this angle here is equal to this one here because it's marked off. And then we have a side that's common to both of them. Okay, and the side that's common to both of them is this one here. So we can do an SAS is what we're looking to do here. Okay, so it says prove that these two triangles are equal to each other, hence prove they're congruent. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to say that PS equals SR. That's our S. We're going to say that the angle PSQ equals the angle QSR. That's our angle. And then finally, the length QS equals the length QS. And that's SAS. So what we can say is SAS, hence triangle PQS and triangle RQS are congruent. Okay, so that's them done. Okay, sorry?
What's the last line?
SES, hence
I know the last of the three, yeah.
QS equals QS.
Oh.
Okay, lads. Now what we're doing next is it goes prove that the triangle PQR is isosceles. Okay, so prove it's isosceles. To prove it's isosceles, I need to prove that PQ is the same as QR. And I can write this down. I can say PQ equals QR. And what's the reason why what's the reason? Because PQS and RQS are congruent. It means they have to be the same length. Okay? And because PQS and RQS are congruent, hence it has to be an isosceles triangle. Finally, prove that PR is parallel to QS. Okay, PR equals QS. Okay, the reason why PR is equal to QS is because this angle of 180 degrees is cut in half. It's cut in two equal angles. So if two angles equal 180, what does that mean about each angle? This angle X here is equal to 90 degrees. Hence, PR is perpendicular to QS. Has to happen that way. Who got that one now? Okay, well done. Okay, guys. Number 20, okay, now we're getting to the harder questions, okay? We only have to go as high as 22 today, okay? Now, guys, the angle RPQ and SQT, okay? It says that PR is parallel to QS and RQ is parallel to ST. Now, does anybody remember the word corresponding? What letter is corresponding angled usually? It's like an F. Do you remember that? It's like this. It's like an F with a continuation on top, okay? So what usually happens with corresponding angles is this one equals this one, that one there equals that one there. So by using corresponding angles, which two are the same? RPQ and?
SQT.
Perfect, right? RPQ, SQT. Okay? So, okay, RPQ and SQT. So, first thing we're going to write down is triangle RPQ equals SQT. Reason, lads? We just did it there a second ago. Corresponding angles. Okay, guys. Now, the next one says that PR is the same length as QT. Yeah? So, it says it here. PR is the same length as QS. Okay? Now, lads, once again, we're going to do corresponding angles. And the corresponding angles I'm looking at this time, if you look very carefully, is this. Ready? See the way it's like an upside down F? This means that this angle in here is the same one as this angle there. Okay? So that's what that means, okay? So what we can write down next is the exact same thing as last time. This angle here in green equals this one here. So we're going to say angle RQP equals angle STQ. And the reason being is, once again, it's corresponding angles. They'll ask you that, justify your answer in the leaving, okay? So you need to be able to come up with these words. Now finally, what is the reason why we're looking for, I'm going to show you why I'm making my next move the way I am, okay? We have this line here, that's the only length we know is the same in both triangles. If I find out this angle here, what type of combo can I use? Is it SAS, SSS, or ASA? ASA. I'm going to try for ASA. Now, what is the reason? Can anybody tell me? Why does angle PRQ have to equal angle QST? What is the reason? Triangles must add up to 180 degrees. Let's be quiet there. 180 degrees. Now finally, okay, PQ. Okay. Now, if I was to just, excuse me guys, if I was to put this down here for a minute, and then finally, what I'm going to do last is I'm going to write down what they told us at the start. I'm going to write down that PR equals QS. Now lads, that is side, that is angle, side, angle. ASA. ASA, triangles are congruent. Let's say, so just after proving that the triangles are congruent. Is that right? Yeah. O is the centre of the circle. AB is equal to CD, which we know. Okay. And then it goes, prove that the angle AOB, which is this angle here, equals the angle COD. Now, here's what we can do. All of these are what? They're all radiuses. 1, 1, 1, 1. They're all radiuses, okay? So it's going to be, it's basically going to be, both triangles is going to be SSS, because all sides are radiuses. Therefore, what does that mean? Triangles are congruent. Triangles are congruent. Okay, this means that angle AOB must equal angle COD.